Well, I've been in the business for 20 years, 25 years, so I heard that story before quite a few times. And undoubtedly, the cycle presents a new challenge to the industry. But I would say that over my 25 years of experience, each time the industry has faced some challenge, we've responded by improving our skill set. And so it's all about becoming ever more focused and bringing more values to the assets that you're actually buying. So I'm quite confident that, again, the industry skill set has dramatically improved over the years, and then once again we'll be able to face this new volatility and the challenge within the market and bring values to the company we buy.
What would you say are the biggest challenges right now for the industry?
Well, undoubtedly, the inflation, high interest rates, disruption on the supply chains, and the lack of skilled labor are definitely challenges that I think all of us are facing right now. Even though I would say that the biggest effects were probably last year, and that this year is tend to be a bit less and a bit muted. And we tend to back extremely strong management teams. And you will be impressed how these management teams have been able to respond as well to this cycle and adapt quite quickly to all these challenges. Moreover, I would say that we focus only on mid-market and lower mid-market. We tend to focus also on business services. And so these companies tend to have very strong pricing power and provide essential services to their end customer. So inflation, which is really the biggest challenge we face today, they were able to pass on the price to their end customer so far.
Let's talk a bit about the industries you're interested in and you think attractive. I mean, there must be specific industries which can weather the storm better than others, right?
Well, so in business services, we focus on some particular themes. So, for instance, in the US right now, we look quite a bit into healthcare service, where we think there's still quite a lot to do in that space. Any themes which is related to sustainability or digitalization, whether it's for business services or niche consumer in the way they access to the end customer, I think is extremely interesting themes that we're looking at the moment.
You're saying that you're purely focusing on mid-market. What are the specialities, and do you feel that there's an increased openness of family-owned businesses to also take on private equity?
Well, the first thing about mid-market and lower mid-market, I think in this cycle it's an extremely exciting space to be in because we're less dependent on credit to do deals and we're less dependent on the IPO or stock market for exits. So even probably on the larger end of the market where you see less volumes of deals, today you still see an abundant deal flow in the mid-market and lower mid-market and with some exits and deals being done, so distributions to investors including. So it's a very attractive space. The other thing I would say is most companies in that space of the market, they tend to be owned by the founders or by some families. So I wouldn't say that it's an increasing trend, but there's no doubt that they are better educated about private equity and better advised, and so they know what we can bring as value to this company, and so more and more open to partner with private equity.